Yeah, I got a 58 Mondeo. It's 1.8 diesel. Yeah, what's happening with this one? Oh, if you just take it up to 1500 RPM, there, shakes its knackers off. I don't know if you can get it on the video, but there, it's shaking like I don't know what. Now the history with this car, it's been bought, it's come from a main dealer, a Peugeot main dealer, not Ford, and it came in last week and I said, well, it sounded like it was probably a dual mass flywheel fault, but they fit a new dual mass flywheel. And we're still getting on. So if I just take it up to 1500 RPM there, which is worse there, I'm just looking at the calibration figures. Doesn't look too bad to me, doesn't that? I'm not sure where to go with this. I have no history with this car at all, so I'm not sure where it is. It does black smoke slightly, and it's got a little bit of an engine knock, like probably a diesel knock. But apart from that, the car's fine. It starts, it drives fine. It's just if you're just idling, it's got a slight diesel knock, about 1500 RPM, which we're on now, and it's got a horrible knock. So I think the way to go with this one is to whip the injectors out. I think it'll be Siemens. Probably measure the height of the injectors, not the injectors, the pistons. Make sure that it's not had a drink of water and it's hydraulic, and then test the injectors, unless anybody knows anything that I don't. There we go. Like I say, it does drives fine. Once the turbo comes in, it drives perfect. But just bottom end, it's got a funny, probably a little bit of a diesel knock, and like I said, this funny misfire, which you can feel it through. I don't think you probably would get it on the injector. You probably see it vibrating. I rev it out, and there we go. Right, yeah, I've got the injectors out of this Mondeo. I've noticed that it's had a bit of previous. This one's a remanufactured one. That was fitted in position number 2. Tested them. There's one still on the test rig there. Yeah, to be honest, I tested alright. Just looking at live data. This you can see it there. This is live data from the Delphi, just the same as the IDS. Once it gets just past idle, that's engine speed. All the calibration figures really go to 0, so not much help on this fault. Like I say, it runs alright, apart from just revving as a standing rev at 1500 RPM. So what I've done, I did notice at 1500 RPM, I think it was about 325 bar when it started missing, which is that profile there that I've recorded. So I've been looking really at that. I'll just run it. So yeah, there, the bottom one there is idle. I'll just take it up. That last when the fault occurs, about 325 bar. Then we go up to mid-range, which is 500 bar. To be honest, they're all equal. They're all about bang on to each other, so that's not the engine miss. So I'm right, yeah, that one. Injectors are back in. Still got the same fault. So bang on 1500 RPM, we've got the knock or the miss. No fault codes registered in IDS. Like I say, the calibration figures aren't worth looking at because just after idle they go to 0. Just looking at the DPF differential sensor, that's not hardly working, which is a bit unusual. Everything else seems to be alright. I made a bit of a mistake before. When you go onto the where the fault is. I thought it was just over 300 bar, but it's not, it's just over 6, and I did test it at 6. So that's just go, that's there. So 600 MPa for 600 bar. There you can just hear the noise there. Yeah, no fault codes. Like I say, it's a bit of an odd one, is that? Right, back on this Mondeo. Yeah, just take it up. Looks like we've just got it about sorted now. It's a 1500 RPM. We're nice and smooth. We're not getting the rocking like you can see on the screen. Got a little bit of a unevenness, but I think that's how these are. Right, how we cured it in the end. Number 3 injector was at fault. Tested this one on the bench, and it had also previously been tested, as I found out later, by a couple of the big guys in the diesel job, and they missed the fault on this injector. I missed it as well, to be honest. So that's probably a reason why we got this misfire. It only actually misfired, or didn't really misfire, it had a bit of an unevenness at 1500 RPM. It's just one of them things. Things happen. You can't 100% say a bench test can actually get every fault of the injector, because you can't get it up to temperature. I mean, obviously 100, you know, 90 odd degrees. Also, you're not even got no combustion to think about. Everything's done at ambient temperature, apart from the fluid, which is 40 degrees C. After you say you can only get a 95% rate on a test bench, and probably this is probably one of the 5% that just didn't have it. So I fit that. Yeah, I've just had a look on the IDS. Looks like there's no coding issues. The warranty company actually sent the replacement injector out, so really it's down to them. Yeah, so I think that's a fix. So yeah, this has been to the main dealer. The main dealer had it for about 2 or 3 weeks. Been to a couple of the garages as well. Looks like we just about got it. Okay, bit of a success, but a long way around. How I managed to do it, I got a donor vehicle. It was a Focus, same engine type, but class 4 injectors, and I just swapped one injector at a time until I got it to number 3 and revved it up at 1500 RPM, and that's done it. Okay, alright, thanks a lot, bye.